It was 1994. The internet was nothing more than a series of screeching modems and dial-up tones that sounded like a robot having a midlife crisis. Most people looked at this digital void and saw a curiosity, a toy for academics. But Jeff Bezos? He saw a map to a new continent. He didn't just want a job. He was a rising star at a Manhattan hedge fund, a place where money didn't just talk, it screamed. He had the corner office, the salary, and the trajectory that would satisfy any parent's wildest dreams. But there was a restlessness in him, a quiet, gnawing realization that he was standing on the shore of a gold rush, and he was busy counting pebbles instead of panning for gold. He did something that, to his colleagues, looked like madness. He quit. He packed his life into a car and drove across the country to Seattle. His office was a garage. His desk was a literal wooden door from a local hardware store bolted to some 4x4 legs. He didn't know how to build a bookstore. He only knew that the future was being written in code, and he wanted to hold the pen.
Many people try to build wealth by looking at the next 6 months. They look at their bank account, their credit limit, and their immediate bills. That is survival mode. But Bezos was operating on a different clock. He developed a mental shortcut he called regret minimization. It sounds like something a philosopher would write in a dusty book, but for anyone who wants to build real, lasting influence, it is a sharp financial blade. He projected himself forward to the age of 80. He asked himself, will I regret leaving this job? Will I regret the financial instability of these early years? The answer was a resounding no. But would he regret never trying to build something on this new mysterious thing called the World Wide Web? That was a regret that would haunt him until his final day. In your own financial life, whether you are looking at your credit score, your insurance premiums, or your business ventures, you have to ask yourself the same thing. Are you playing to protect what you have, or are you playing to build what you could be? Most people play a defensive war. They are terrified of a 10% dip in their savings, so they miss out on the 100% potential of a new venture. Bezos taught us that the greatest risk isn't failing, it's never having tried at all.
If you think Amazon is just a store, you are missing the entire point of the American dream. Amazon is a lesson in compound interest applied to infrastructure. It is a lesson in patience. Bezos obsessed over what he called the flywheel. Imagine a massive, heavy iron wheel in a field. You want it to spin, but it's heavy, painfully heavy. You push. It moves an inch. You push again. It moves another inch. For years, you are pushing this wheel and you have nothing to show for it but sweat and exhaustion. People walk by and say, "Why are you pushing that metal circle? It isn't going anywhere." But you keep pushing. You lower prices. You increase selection. You improve the user experience. You push. And then, one day, the wheel moves a little faster. Then it spins on its own. Finally, it's spinning so fast that it's almost impossible to stop. Most people in the business world want the spin without the push. They want the revenue without the heavy lifting. They want the credit cards to yield rewards without ever understanding the credit system. Bezos understood that the magic isn't in the speed, the magic is in the commitment to the push.
As Amazon grew into a $1 trillion titan, Bezos did something else that baffled the analysts on Wall Street. He refused to let the company grow up. He called it the day one mentality. He argued that day two is stasis, followed by irrelevance, followed by painful, excruciating decline. Day two is when you start coasting. Day two is when you start caring about the quarterly stock price more than the customer experience. In your life, day two is when you decide you have learned enough. It's when you stop reading, stop iterating, and stop experimenting with your finances. It's when you stop looking for new revenue streams because you are comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of the American dream. Bezos forced himself and everyone around him to treat every single day like it was the first day in that dusty garage. He was obsessed with the details, the logistics, the raw materials, and the delivery times, because he knew that if he stopped obsessing, the world would move on without him.
So, how do we take the lessons of a man who traveled from a door desk to the stars and apply them to our own lives? First, stop looking for the quick win. Real wealth is an orchard, not a lottery ticket. You have to plant the seeds, water them, and endure the seasons where nothing seems to be happening. Second, embrace the regret minimization. If you are scared to start that side hustle or scared to invest in your own education, ask yourself if the fear of staying the same is greater than the fear of failing. Third, find your own flywheel. What is the one thing you can do today that makes tomorrow easier? Is it improving your credit score so you can get cheaper capital? Is it learning a new skill that scales your time? Is it refining a product that people keep coming back to?
Jeff Bezos wasn't the smartest man in the room, and he certainly wasn't the luckiest. He was the most patient. He was the one who could see the invisible lines connecting the present moment to a future that hadn't happened yet. Building your own American dream isn't about the yachts or the rockets. It's about the decision to build something that lasts longer than you do. It's about the willingness to push the heavy wheel even when no one else sees it moving.
The door to your garage is waiting. The question is, what are you going to build on it? Stay focused, keep building, and keep chasing that dream. Do not forget to like and subscribe.